So our first artist in residence is Zaria Forman, and we met her through a mutual friend last summer, and it's been an amazing experience having her here on site. And what she draws is so beautiful and so connected with the outside and environment, and I think it's been a real privilege to have her here with us this winter.
I focus on the beauty of these vulnerable regions as opposed to their devastation, because I hope that it will inspire people to protect and preserve them. I went to Antarctica for the first time in the winter before last in 2015. The ice just radiated this sapphire blue that totally took my breath away, and it's what inspired the whole body of work that I'm currently in the middle of. It's what my next solo show is going to be in Seattle in June, and it's this particular drawing is from that trip. So specifically, it's from an area called Sierra Cove that we visited a couple of times, and there was this beautiful, massive glacier, and I love this like very moody, cloudy, misty day, and the landscape there is just so like vast and massive and epic, and these words, when they come out of my mouth, I'm just like, it just doesn't even do it justice. And so I work with soft pastel, which is basically charcoal but colors, and I start with just a very simple pencil sketch. Sometimes just, for this piece, it would just be the top outline of the iceberg or the glacier. So just very simple lines, so I have something to follow. But then I typically jump right in pretty quickly with the color, and I layer pigments, first getting the paper fully saturated with like an undercolor, and then working the finer details on top of that. I tend to like break the pastel into these sharp shards with a push pin, and then I use those sharp edges to create the finer details on top of the first layer of color. I have so enjoyed this experience of being here and outside of a big bustling city where I'm normally creating the work that I do. It's always this weird, like, massive dichotomy when I'm traveling for, a month or 6 weeks at a time in these like incredibly remote and pristine landscapes, and then such a stark contrast when I get home to New York City life and try to create in that environment. I think that like as human beings, we're really affected by our visual surroundings, and I have no doubt that just being here in this beautiful place has had a huge impact on the work that I'm creating, but also just my psyche. Like, it's really refreshing and rejuvenating to just be looking at this every day. And I mean, I have these huge, beautiful windows here, and I just have, I'm drawing snow and ice, and then all I have to do is like turn my head and look out the window, and it's right there to reference, but also to just offer that moment of like respite that New York City doesn't really allow for.